Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being in attendance today. It's nice of you all to join this joyous occasion and sad moment, but celebration of life of George William Harvey, my grandfather. He was a special man, a special father, worker, grandfather, great-grandfather. There wasn't one thing in the world that George couldn't do, and one day we can all hope to be just like him. Growing up, I didn't have a father in my life, and he was the one I looked up to. I looked up to him for guidance, for wisdom, for strength. The way he treated my grandmother was the way I knew I wanted to treat my wife one day. We'd spend summer vacations together, and he would treat us to nice dinners, and he always had something profound to say and something just amazing. I mean, you always wanted to listen to him talk. He was the light that shone in the room. You know, everybody would stop and look at him when he walked in. He just had a presence about him that was like nobody else's, and nobody will ever replace that. George lived a very illustrious career. He was a successful businessman, home developer, air traffic controller. And it was because of him I decided to follow my career and what he did and tried to emulate the footsteps that he laid. Today we stand here to celebrate him, and that's the only way he would want us to do it. He wouldn't want us to come and mourn and be sad. He would want us to come and be happy to celebrate the life that he had and the little bit that he touched everybody that he met. You would never forget George Harvey. He was a special man to me, a special man to my grandmother. You could be his best friend or his worst enemy, and you didn't want to be on the other side. I'll never forget the summer we went water skiing. He bought a brand new jet ski, and I'm driving in at 14, and he's yelling at me to slow down, slow down. And instead of turning the boat to slow down, I pull the key out because I'm scared, and I slam into the boat, into the back of the boat. Of course, he's screaming and yelling. My grandpa's he's a big man. He's 6'4" and 290 pounds. But those are just some of the memories I remember of him. All good, all good. I mean, you knew what side you were on with George. He wore a heart on his sleeve, and there was no doubt about which emotion he was feeling. George, you were the best man that ever entered my life, and I hope that I can follow your footsteps and be half the man that you were in my life. Thank you all for coming.